Welcome to Bratislava in Slovakia for the 2021 ICF Canoe Slalom World Championships. It's finals time in the women's kayak and the men's kayak competition, where we will crown the world champion of 2021. Here in this great course, fed by the mighty River Danube. It last hosted the championships back in 2011, 10 years ago. And here we have the course. What a great day it is here in the sunshine, ready for an eagerly anticipated World Championship final. Myself, Andy Maddock, and alongside me, I'm pleased to welcome Marta Bertoncelli of the Italian team, Tokyo 2020 Olympian and Junior World Championship medalist.
Yes, hello, I'm really happy to be here today.
Well, welcome, and a great shot of this course, artificial course just on the banks of the River Danube, and a really challenging course. It drops 6 meters in head from top to bottom. One of the fastest, most powerful courses on the circuit, and our course designers have set these 23 gates. It's Marianne Aguilon of France and Irati Goicoechea of Spain, and they've certainly set a challenge. Women's kayak, if you're not familiar with the kayak and the canoe, it's the kayak double-bladed paddle. The athletes are sitting in the boat with their legs out in front of them. And, well, Marta, you've paddled this course. You were 13th, just missing out on a place in this final.
Yes.
What's the most difficult part of the course?
I guess 5, 6, and 7, they're really tricky. And I managed to do them straight in the semi-final. It was really crazy. So that can be tricky, but if you do it straight, it can be really fast. And then also down here at the Niagara part, it's really tricky because anything can happen, you know. You can do a really great run and then, you know.
That's it, all the hard work gets undone at the bottom of the course if you're not careful. And the big drop, Niagara as it's known. But you've just seen the start list. That's the 10 fastest boats from the semi-finals this morning. Will race off in reverse order for the honours to determine who will be the world champion of 2021. And big shock already today. We saw Jessica Fox of Australia.
That was really sad moment.
The Olympic medalist and multiple world champion not in. And also Eva Tersel, the reigning world champion for Slovenia, not in. But we're underway with racing.
Let's go.
So it is Marie-Zilia Lafont of France who gets us underway in this 10-boat women's kayak final here at the World Championships. We're live in Bratislava.
Yeah, I saw her after the semi-final. She was going just after me. And then when we were at the boat control, so it was good that she was like, 2 touches, I don't know. And then she made it. I was really happy for her. And now she's going pretty good.
Yeah, I think the semi-finals caused some surprises as to just how far down it went, because there were a few big names, as we mentioned, who kind of didn't perform as you would normally expect. But a little bit low there for Marie-Zilia as she gets across to 11.
But she's keeping it fast and clean, so this is nice.
So if you're new to the sport of slalom, it's all about going as fast as you can and avoiding penalties. Negotiated gates in number order, red and white gates in an upstream direction, green and white in the downstream direction. 2 seconds of penalty if you hit a gate, and 50 if you miss or incorrectly negotiate a gate.
Nice. She was a bit stuck there, but still clean. Oh, no. She has a touch.
So
but it's really hard, the bottom part, because it's a really long course, and then you arrive really tired to the Niagara part, and it's really hard.
Well, this is the critical section of the course, and Marie-Zilia has done very well indeed on the run into 20. Now she's having to dig deep into those energy reserves to come through, but she's setting a time at the moment, just 1 touch showing on gate 18.
Yes, 98 is a good time, and with this touch, and then she has some reviews, but I didn't see touches, so maybe, that was right.
And well, actually, it is clean.
Clean.
So the review,
that's nice.
The review has gone through, and it is a clean run for Marie-Zilia Lafont of France, 98.94. And well, that's a solid first run.
Yeah, and it sets the time for the others to come, and you know, it's really good to go first, and then you do a solid run, and then the others, have the pressure on.
Absolutely, because everyone starts from zero, and you can't help but hear the times when you're sat in the start pool. You might want to ignore them. It shouldn't change your plan, but knowing someone's put a fast time down early can just ramp up the pressure a little bit.
Yeah.
94.21 was the fastest raw time from the semi-final. That was from the Olympic champion, Ricarda Funk.
But with 2 tattoos, so now we will see. She has it, so I'm sure others too, but we will see.
So next to start for Ukraine, it is Victoria Urs, 8th at the Olympics, and she's had a great run in as well because she was in Pau at the World Cup final. She gave the Lasseu a miss, but she came to the World Cup final, made both finals in Pau, and that's given her a great
She's really
platform.
solid. She improved a lot in the last 2 years, and she's really solid and, you know, someone to look up to when you go for the semi-final. And it's really, she has a lot of finals, and so she's pretty good, pretty solid.
Well, here she goes in her bid for World Championship glory. So an early penalty there on gate 6, 2 seconds off penalty added to a time, and that shows out a little bit of a deficit. 2.6 down on Zélia Lafont of France.
You have to be careful when you touch one of the first gates in the top part of the course, because you have to be ready, you know, to focus what you've done and forget what you've done and just start from zero for the other gates and stay on your plan and try to keep it clean from there on. But it's hard, really hard.
And I think it's particularly hard on this course because there's no break in the course, is there? It's relentless.
It's really true. There's no break. You always have to go on for the other gates and the other combination. But it's nice. It's really nice.
So it's a real characteristic of this course is that the water is just fast, it's continuous, and as we're just suggesting there, very little times to recompose yourself and settle back in. And a 2-second penalty now showing on the upstream gate 10 as well for Victoria, but nicely into gate 20.
Yeah, you can either lose or either gain a lot of time in the Niagara part. That's another touch.
So yeah, confirmed another touch on 22, and all the hard work at the, you could be the virtual race leader going over the drop, but you still have to deliver the last 4 gates.
What happened? Oh, we have a 50 penalty for the French curve. Oh, that's we start off in a good final.
Well, so just to catch up with the results, Marie-Zélia Lafont, having said that she had a clean run, has been given a 50-second penalty, and that means that Victoria Urs has gone into the race lead, but that does include 8 seconds of penalty, so she's left the door wide open.
Yeah, really. So we start from zero again.
Yes, it's it's certainly an exciting final, and we kind of geared up to having a bit of a Fox versus Funk final.
Yeah.
But I still think we're going to have an exciting final. I think Ricarda Funk has got to be the favourite, but
that's also not so good, you know, because when you know that you have it, you can do it, and also one of the favourites is out, then you have a lot of pressure on yourself. So I'm sure she will be able to manage it, but you know, it's hard.
I think also Karina Kundler of Austria, the world champion on this course 10 years ago, and who considers it her home course really.
Yeah, and also we have Kimberly Woods now, and I'm really happy to see her in the final. She had a car crash last week, and she managed to, you know, get back on the boat, being in the final, and also she had a really, really good run in C1 on the qualification. So now she's in the final, and I'm sure she's going to enjoy it a lot and be happy to be there.
Kimberly Woods of Great Britain now on course and goes for the world title. She's been in this position on many occasions before.
Nice.
And she's really starting to turn it up. As you can hear, Marta's getting excited, and the advantage is good, but she has picked up a penalty on that tricky gate 9.
Yeah, but those gates were on fire. Really nice.
So nicely across on this double upstream, gate 10 and 11. Now, this is a tricky little move, 12-13.
Nice.
No problems there for Kimberly Woods. We saw a few people in the semi-finals get caught out by the, when the wave's not there, you don't get much help in that fast water.
Nice. She's keeping it solid, and let's see if she can manage to keep it through the end. But for now, it's still really fast. So
it's the split time is perhaps a little deceptive because Urs, our race leader at the moment, had quite a few penalties, but it is a good run coming together for Kimberly Woods of Great Britain. And this was the move that she got penalties on the semi-final. No problem there. Now it's all about finishing off.
Come on, let's go. Now it's really hard. The arms are really tired, and you know.
So Kimberly
good.
Woods
Wow.
is going to cross the finish
Wow.
line into the race lead, 97.90. It's a great time.
Nice. Oh, she is so happy. I'm really happy for her. This is really good time and competitive for a podium, I guess.
Well, what a performance there. As Marta said, Kimberly was involved in a car accident last week and ended up with actually a plaster cast on her leg at one point.
And you see really the real champions when this shit, like bad stuff happens. You know, it's who gets up faster and better is the one who in the end gains all the good stuff. And I'm really happy for her.
Well, that's a good performance. So 97.90, the total time. That includes a 2-second penalty.
Nice.
So that 2-second penalty could be significant because we have seen a 94.21 raw time. But certainly Kimberly has put the pressure on those still to come.
For sure. For sure. So now we have Elena Appel.
Yeah, next to start for Germany, Elena Appel, who's had a great season, really consistent season.
Really, very much. Oh, she got much better since last 2 years. In a couple of years, she did a really great improvement, and she's also a really nice girl, and you know, always smiling, and so I'm really excited for her.
So we're racing now. So she made 3 out of the 4 World Cup finals. She's now made the World Championship final, and she was 4th in the World Cup overall.
Yeah, a bit low on the first upstream, but if she's managing to keep it clean and fast, then it's all right.
Nicely done through 4, really does that on the one stroke.
Yes.
Now into this technical move. This is where Woods was forwards on here. She had a lot of time, but did take the penalty on the downstream gate 9.
Yeah. Nice. Really nice.
So it's a tidy start to the run for Germany's Elena Appel now into the upstream 10. Stuck on the eddy line, and now just having to fight a little bit on the exit of the upstream 11. She's good through 12-13. She gets early on the upstream blade, gets the power down and heading down towards this second split around gate 16. Importantly so far, she is clean.
Yes.
And we'll get an indication as to where she's at on the split. So still in touch. 1.4 down on Woods of Great Britain, our current race leader. And Elena Appel now into the business end of the course. Gate 20 is the move.
The business part of the course, yes. Nice. This is nicely done. Very nice.
Job done on that section. Now keeping it nice and straight, and this is good from Appel of Germany.
Really nice. Wow.
It's going to be close to the split time. Is it going to be enough?
Yeah,
just
good.
inside.
Nice.
Into first place for Elena Appel of Germany.
Amazing.
And this final is coming alive already.
Amazing, yes. I'm really happy for her.
Well, you can see the emotion is coming out.
Beautiful.
And she deserves that. She's had a great season, and well, wherever she finishes, she can hold her head up with pride.
And she also has the C1 tomorrow, and she's also really good on the C1, so I'm sure she will be pumped for tomorrow.
And of course, you can follow the canoe semi-finals, 9 o'clock Central European time on Planet Canoe, and then we'll be live for the finals slightly earlier. It's at 11:30 Central European time tomorrow. But our focus here is on the World Championship finals, women's kayak, and there you just see that raw emotion.
Yes.
Elena Appel of Germany is our early race leader. 4 down, 6 boats to go in this women's kayak final. Do you think that'll be enough?
I could be, but I don't know. Anything can happen, but this is really good, and they're really tight together. But we saw Ricarda going really down on 94. So I don't know, anything really can happen. Now we have Claudia. She's also really good. She's so exciting to watch. I really like watching her paddle. She's really, consistent, and I trust watching her paddle because it's always really nice. So and she had a medal here on the old course, but at the U23 World Championships in 2017.
So Klaudia Smolinska of Poland winner, of course, of the World Cup earlier on in the season in Prague.
Also, yes.
And she's up on the split time. So already she has the advantage over our race leader for Germany, Elena Appel. But as we know, it's all about holding it together through all 23 gates on this course.
This is very exciting. Nice. It's nicely done.
So as Martha's just suggested, this course has been changed quite a lot for these championships, done in the spring, reconfigured, put the rapid block adjustable obstacles in, and well, it looks like a real success.
Nice.
And this final is really benefiting from the this great course, and nothing to choose between the athletes as we go into the final section. Just 5/100ths of a second up on Elena Appel of Germany. This is the crunch move.
Whoa. Oh, a bit stuck.
Too tight.
No.
Too tight, and it's so hard to then fight the water. She does that. She keeps it clean.
And she's really calm when also the problem comes. She's really calm and always tries to, you know, always manage to get better. But this, yeah, she lost a lot of time.
So Klaudia Swilinska of Poland has lost time on the bottom section and only into third place. And you can see just what a difference that makes. That just a bit too tight into 20. And then 6 seconds slipped away and only into third place. But Elena Appel of Germany leads ahead of Kimberly Woods of Great Britain and then Klaudia Swilinska of Poland at the halfway point in this women's kayak World Championship final in the sunshine here in Bratislava, Slovakia.
Nice. Yeah, everything can go wrong in just really small time, and you see here she was really good before, and then just one stroke a bit too slow or a bit too fast, and everything goes, you know, bad.
Well, it's interesting. At the halfway point, we'll have an interview shortly with Elena Appel.
Elena Appel, we saw your reaction when you crossed the finish line. You must have been really happy with that run.
Yeah, I was super happy with my time, and I improved my semi-final run, and yeah, it's amazing.
You're now definitely top 5 at a World Championships. How good is that?
I can't believe it yet. It's so exciting. I don't know what to say.
Keep your fingers crossed. Well done, Elena.
It's great to see the raw emotion there in our race leader.
Really nice images.
There
really
we have
nice.
it. At the halfway point in this World Championship final, Elena Appel leads for Germany ahead of Kimberly Woods of Great Britain, Klaudia Swilinska of Poland. And that 97.31, well, you can see what it means to Elena.
Yeah.
And, well, we've still got some big names to go, as you could see on that caption.
Yeah, but still she will be so happy. I'm sure. It's nice, really nice. And keeping it together in the final, it's really good.
We've got a blend of youth and experience coming forward. We've got two of the up-and-coming athletes, Galashkova of the Czech Republic, Prigent of France, and then, of course, some experienced athletes like Fiona Penny of Great Britain, Karina Kundler of Austria, double world champion, a world champion here 10 years ago.
Nice.
And then the Olympic champion, Ricarda Funk, 3-time world championship medal, but never yet has won the world title. Is this her day?
Oh, I don't know, we'll see.
Well, not long to wait, so buckle up and get ready for the excitement as we get into the second half of this women's kayak final.
We have Dani now. I'm really excited for her to be in the final. It's really nice. She looks incredible on this course. It's, in the years back when she won the World Championship title, it was amazing. She's so nice to watch paddling, and I love it very much.
So Anthony Galashkova, the junior world champion of 2019 and 2017, is on course as she goes for a senior world title here in Bratislava.
Yeah, I'm sure she can show us some nice work, and she's always a surprise to watch, so let's see and enjoy it. Oh.
A little penalty there picked up on that downstream gate 9. That's going to need a bit of a repaint at the end of the day. I think there's been a lot of touches on that gate.
That's true. But she will be so happy to be in the final already. It's a great achievement, and it's beautiful. So she has nothing to lose, just to gain, you know. And it's nice when you can paddle like this.
It is. When you haven't got such pressure, then it's amazing what you can achieve if it works. So she was in touch on the first split. She has subsequently had a 2-second penalty.
She's a bit back, but you know, still.
3.3 down. So at the moment, still on track for a place in the top 3. But she could find a bit of time on the bottom. But it's all about this jump into the upstream 20.
It's stuck, but it's nicely done.
So on this big drop here in Bratislava, it's significant. You can see just the scale of it in the background, and just how fast and how precise you have to be into the upstream 20. Anthony Galaskova of the Czech Republic goes into 3rd place, 101.29. Just that 2-second penalty on the downstream gate 9.
Yeah, she improved the row time from the semi-final, so she will be really happy with it. And it shows a lot of, you know, she's really solid, and you know, it's really nice. She kept it together until the end, which is really hard, you know.
So it is still Elena Appel leading for Germany, 97.31, ahead of Kimberly Woods of Great Britain and Anthony Galaskova of the Czech Republic. And it's interesting, how much learning do you think? What will she have done between her semi-final and this final?
Yeah, she must have been so happy between the runs, and you know, eating something and then enjoying the, you know, the atmosphere, because here is really nice with a lot of people also, and you know, getting excited for the final, I imagine. But she will be so happy, I'm sure.
Yeah, and one of the noticeable things, no Slovaks in this women's kayak final.
There was, we saw the last race for Jana Dukatova, and she has a really good qualification, but you know, this course is really hard, and anything can happen.
Yeah, Jana, of course, is the 2006 world champion and just an established top paddler. But speaking of top paddlers, on course now, Camille Prigent of France, the 2nd French athlete in this 10-boat final.
Yeah, 2018 world champion U23 in Ivrea. It was a really good run, and now seeing her in the final, it's really nice.
She's had a good season this year as well. She's had 3 out of the 4 World Cups in the final.
Yeah.
And that led her to 7th overall in the World Cup standings.
Nice. This was nicely done.
And she's always got a very smooth style. She looks like a low-risk but fast paddler.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of power. It's really exciting to watch.
She's certainly attacking these upstreams.
Yes.
That's quite a high-risk line, but she gets the reward there. But another athlete stuck on the eddy line.
That's unpleasant.
So not only will that cost her on the clock, but she's using up extra energy to fight in the water. So she needs to recompose herself now through 12 and 13.
She's able to. Still pushing a lot, never giving up. Nice. Nice upstream.
So we'll get an indication of how much time she lost on that move running into the upstream 11 on the split time, which will be shortly. And 6.4 seconds. It's nice through 17, 18. I think that's okay.
No, that was a 50 penalty, yeah.
Oh,
in the 18.
I thought it was okay, but and now low into 20. And whilst you never want to see people make mistakes, it is good because we're watching the best in the world. It actually shows just how powerful the water is.
It's crazy.
So another penalty on the bottom, and it's not going to be for Camille Prigent today of France, and into 7th place, unfortunately. A 50-second penalty on gate 22 as well.
Yeah, but she's a bright future. She will be back stronger, much stronger.
Of course, and I'm sure there'll be strong competition within the French team for a place in the Olympic team for Paris 2024.
That's true. But it's nice. She anyway did a really nice job, and it's supposed to be.
There, that's gate 18, where the 50-second penalty was awarded. Your whole head and part of your boat must go between the poles. If it doesn't, then it's a 50-second penalty and game over in this tight competition.
And it's really crazy how tight is the place to be inside the gate and outside, and how fast you can easily screw up, and it's really exciting also to watch it.
So we have 3 boats to go in this Women's Kayak World Championship final. Elena Appel leads for Germany ahead of Kimberly Woods of Great Britain and Anthony Galoskova of the Czech Republic.
We'll see the first medal then.
So
now after Fiona.
Great Britain's Fiona Penny next to start, and well, I think everyone's suspecting that she will announce her retirement at the end of the weekend, but no one's seen anything. That's not official. But
yeah.
What a way, well, she's already in the World Championship final.
No,
how good would it be to... She's already got 2 silver medals at
yeah.
World Championship level, 2006
yeah.
and 2014.
Nice.
She's got a gold medal already from the team event here in Bratislava. And, well,
nice now. Oh,
solid
really
on the
fast.
top.
Yes. Yeah, it's really hard to stop on a sport like this. It's really beautiful. The environment is amazing, and you just love paddling. So why should you stop if she's still really good and
Well, absolutely, and she hasn't had the best season running into this,
yeah.
but now's the time to peak, and just a bit late into
yeah.
13, but it seems okay.
Yeah, it seems okay.
We'll get an indication as to whether she's managed to hold on to the advantage or even extend it as she comes through 15 to 16.
She's doing a really good job.
So Fiona Penny of Great Britain now coming up towards the second split.
Wow.
Well, she's still up. She's had it trimmed a little bit as she comes over towards the bottom drop. This is crunch time. Coming down to the upstream 20. How many times over her career will she have done this move? Now, she's got 3 gates to go, but a 2-second penalty picked up on the upstream 20. Oh, and another one on 22. And Fiona Penny of Great Britain, like so many others, has paid the price on the bottom section.
Yeah.
Into 3rd place, though, so it is a quick time.
We can see Elena Appel just being so happy. She has a medal now. It's amazing.
It is, but Fiona Penny, 95.84. And what a congratulation there from compatriot Kimberly Woods, but 95, but the 2 touches.
The time was really, really good, but everything got wrong in the end.
So another victim of the sting in the tail here in Bratislava. The bottom section, and there we see it, just a touch on the way in. And then there's another penalty for the Rio 2016 Olympian, 2-time world champion, but what a great performance to get through to the final, and sitting in 3rd place with 2 to go, so she's guaranteed a top 5 finish.
Yeah, that's really nice. And it's crazy, the Niagara part, everything goes so fast, and it's easy to touch it and I don't even see it because everything happens so fast. Yeah.
So Elena Appel there, our race leader with 2 to go for Germany, 97.31.
Oh God, I'm really happy for her. Really happy.
Next to start, Karina Kühnle of Austria. 34-year-old double world champion. She won her last world title here in Bratislava 10 years ago on this course, and she does like it. She's the European champion this year, and well, she's kind of won most things as well. World Cup, European title. She, I think 5th was maybe her best at the Olympic Games.
But she's amazing to watch also in the trainings. She does really amazing and hard stuff and making it look really easy. And when she has the line and when she has the flow, she's really, really good. I remember her when I started paddling, she was one of the top and she always been there.
Well, she's found the groove at the top of the course. She is up on Elena Appel on the first split.
Beautiful.
Very powerful paddler, very strong, Karina. Not quite as consistent as I think she would like, but when she finds the groove, then she can be very hard to beat.
I'm so sure here she has really beautiful memories, and the flow of the course still remains the same, so
So there is a review going on gate 7, no penalty showing at the moment, and 2.5 seconds.
That's all right.
The advantage now. So Kühnle of Austria is on the charge. Is all that hard work going to be undone on the bottom drop, or can she deliver?
Oh, wow.
Wow, she's got to hold it though. She's got to keep the line. When you've got no boat speed, it gets quite difficult. 21, 22 and 23. And we see there problems. So there is a review on 20. There is a penalty on 22. And into third place for Karina Kundler of Austria. So, whoa, let's take a breath.
Oh my God.
That was, well, here's gate 7. There was a review going on gate 7.
I thought she was going to do the double, the world and the European champion. But
yeah.
Everything can. Oh my God, it's crazy.
It all. Here we go.
She saved it really nicely.
Super tight. And
really nicely.
I wonder whether there was a penalty, and it has been added on gate 20, just on her face there.
Yeah, well, look, but the time is really fast. She has 94.
And then the touch on 22.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So Karina Kundler of Austria, super fast time.
Kimberly Woods has a medal. Yeah.
She does indeed. That's her personal best for her.
Nice. I'm really happy for her. She would be stoked.
So
nice.
Let's reflect. One boat to go in this World Championship final. Elena Appel leads for Germany.
So it's Germany. Germany has the title now. We just see.
We don't know who yet, but and then Kimberly Woods of Great Britain in second. Karina Kundler of Austria in third. So you can see there our race leader, Elena Appel of Germany.
I'm so excited. Oh my God.
So, one to go. She is a 3-time World Championship medal winner, and she is the reigning Olympic champion from Tokyo 2020. On course, Ricarda Funk for Germany.
Oh, it's amazing to watch her paddling. She's so light and so strong. It's impressive, and I don't know, she's really amazing.
She set the fastest time in the time trials for the extreme slalom.
Also.
Yesterday. So she'll be in action tomorrow in the extreme slalom, 4:30 Central European time. You can follow that live at Planet Canoe. But look at that, 2.3 up on the top section.
Let's go. Oh God.
So Ricarda Funk is, well, she always looks composed, as you suggested at the top.
Amazing, amazing.
And she always looks like she's just paddling within herself, but precision is the name of the game, and that's what won her the Olympic title just a month or so ago.
I can't talk, I'm too excited. Oh my God. Oh, this is nice.
This is going to surely be an even bigger advantage.
It's crazy when she puts the paddle on the water, the boat just flies away. It's amazing, amazing.
Look at that, 4.19 up. Wow. Now it can still all be thrown away at the bottom, but Ricarda Funk of Germany goes for gold here. It's a little bit low, but it's absolutely what's needed. And surely 3 gates away from her first world title and doing a double. But a penalty on the bottom, it's going to be close. It's still going to be enough.
She's going to win.
Ricarda Funk takes the gold medal here in Bratislava. 94.80, including a 2-second penalty. Sensational.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Wow.
So the Olympic champion becomes the world champion in the same year. Ricarda Funk wins for Germany ahead of Elena Appel of Germany. It's a German one too. And then
a lot of emotions. This is the best part. Amazing.
And then Kimberly Woods wins bronze for Great Britain. And Karina Kundler, 4th for Austria. Fiona Penny of Great Britain in 5th place. So
amazing, huh?
Great Britain and Germany having a good World Championship final here.
Yeah, with a 2-second penalty. Unbelievable. 92 seconds.
Amazing.
I can't believe it.
She is showing why she's the Olympic champion.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think one of the big questions has always been she's a 3-time World Championship medalist, but she had, up till now, never won the title.
I'm so happy for her. It's amazing. She's so deserving.
So Ricarda Funk of Germany takes the world title here in Bratislava in Slovakia in some style.
It's impressive.
Ricarda Funk, you've waited a long time. You're now a world champion. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's just crazy. I was in my run, I was in the flow, and then I saw the time on the finish line and I was just happy.
You know, you've been Olympic champion this year. It was such a big moment for you. Now you're a world champion. I mean, can you believe the 2021 that you've had?
Actually not. It's crazy.
It's been such an emotional ride for you. When you missed 2016 for the Olympics, it was so hard for you, and the way you've come back now to win everything this year, you must be so proud of everything you've achieved.
Yeah, in 2016 I was just so sad that I didn't make even the team, and after this my goal was 2020 or now 2021, and that I managed it like this, it's just unbelievable.
Congratulations, Ricky. Well done.
Thank you very much.
There, raw emotion from the world champion and the Olympic champion, Ricarda Funk. She almost set me off, I think, there.
Yeah.
And you can see what it means to her. But there's
Amazing.
confirmation of the result. Ricarda Funk wins her first world title for Germany to go alongside that Olympic title. Elena Appel takes silver. Kimberly Woods of Great Britain takes the bronze.
It shows how strong she is, you know, because after the Olympics it's always a hard time for everybody, and because it's a big goal, and then keeping it, you know, hard, and just being there also for the World Championship and winning it, it shows, no, she's amazing, great athlete, and
Well,
I'm really happy for her.
Sensational final, and of course, don't go away because we now have the men's kayak final. So myself, Andy Maddock, and well, thank you very much, Marta, for joining me in the box. And I have a new guest.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, all the best in the women's canoe event tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be rooting for you.
I will go cheering for Giovanni and Marcello. I'll see you. Thank you.
So in this men's kayak final, we have the top 10 athletes from the semi-final. Racing in reverse order, 3 German athletes in this top 10 competition. And the big surprise is, well, Joe Clark of Great Britain, the Olympic champion of Rio 2016, went out in the heats. Then the big surprise, we lost Jiri Priskovic, the Olympic champion and reigning world champion for the Czech Republic. He finished 11th. And of course, Vit Prindis, who's the form boat of the 2021 season, also was eliminated, picked up a 50-second penalty. But that is where we're at. 10 boats racing in the World Championship men's kayak final for the title of 2021 World Champion. Myself, Andy Maddock, and now welcome Liam Gigoux, Olympian from Tokyo 2020, and of course regular on the circuit. So welcome, Liam.
Thanks for having me. I'm really looking forward to this final. A couple of first-time finalists, so I'm really expecting them to show up and put down some really good runs. It's a huge opportunity for a lot of them, so promises to be a great final.
Well, we are underway with Stefan Hengst of Germany, who, well, he's gone for the sweep on the upstream gate 3, but has to go back. Doesn't quite get his head around the gate on the first approach.
You can tell he's really going all in for it. Stefan never holds back. We're going to see mistakes like that. We're going to see massive upstreams or people messing up, and that's the World Championship final.
That's it. And, well, we can buckle up and watch this from our seats here as the best in the world go for gold here in Bratislava, Slovakia. Perfect weather conditions, 23 degrees, sun is shining, not a puff of wind, and very different from earlier on in the week when it felt a little bit like winter had arrived early.
Yeah, perfect conditions for slalom. Sunny, no wind. I think everyone's happy with it. Stefan's recovered pretty well from his early mistake, putting down a decent run. He picked up touch in that first upstream, and it's gonna cost him a chance of getting onto the podium. But he's doing himself proud. He's putting down a decent run.
So now into the critical move, and very nicely done. That was really controlled, no risk, but pin high on the upstream 20. And yes, it is that gate 3 that he's going to reflect on at the end of the day, because he's done nothing else wrong.
Yeah, it was a really decent run. He just went out too hard and messed up that first upstream. He's gonna be disappointed with that, but I believe this is Stefan's first final, so good experience nonetheless. I'm sure he won't see it that way, but he'll be fairly disappointed, but good to get that final.
So 90.68, that includes a 2-second penalty. As an indication, the fastest raw time in the semi-final was 83.47. And there were a few penalties. There were a few really quick times with penalties. So they will need to clean that up between their runs.
Yeah, I'd say we're definitely going to see a faster time than 83. Giovanni's run was great. He had to do an S move on the last upstream at the drop. So it really shows the kind of pace these guys can put down. I think the crucial part of this course is going to be the bottom move. There's nothing to win there, but there's everything to lose, and we're going to have to see who's going to try and attack it and drop the boat above the gate, or if they're going to play it safe.
Well, here we have Pepe Goncalves of Brazil. I should say his full name Pedro Goncalves, but everyone calls him Pepe, and probably a real popular fact that he's got into the final.
Yeah, definitely. I tell you, Pepe's not going to hold back. Very fiery athlete. He's definitely going to go all in and sweep some gates, try to put down some massive moves, and tell you, he'll definitely be attacking that bottom move in the drop. Here we go.
Already a personal best at World Championship level. He's 6th at the Rio Olympic Games, and here he goes. He goes for gold here in Bratislava, and he was looking in fine form in that semi-final.
Good first up, nice cross into the upright. Nicely done. Pepe's got that Olympic final experience with him. He hasn't made a World Championship final yet, so this is his first. He's just picked up a touch there.
Just caught it with a paddle shaft under the pole of gate 5, but he does look like he's got the rhythm.
Yeah, Pepe knows how to paddle a final. He's got plenty of medals in the extreme slalom, so he has that experience with him. And
nicely done through 10 and 11. Certainly that early mistake, that penalty, has not really cost him anything. There is a review going on gate 6, but there's no penalty showing on it at the moment. So Pedro Goncalves of Brazil now coming down towards the second split time. We get an indication of how he stacks up against Germany's Stefan Hengst, and he's well up. Assuming there's no more reviews or penalties, this is looking like a tidy run as he drops into the upstream 20. Nicely done. He was so good in the semi-final there, and he's done it again.
Very precise. It's a very hard move to do.
But it does appear he's been given a 50-second penalty on the downstream gate 6. So all that hard work is for nothing. And unfortunately, well, into second place for now. But still, he can hold his head high. That will be a great boost for him going into the winter training.
Yeah, that's what you need to do when you're in a final. You need to go all in and take some big risks, and that's what he did today. And unfortunately, it didn't pay off. But definitely that mindset he's gonna take into other races, and it'll serve him in the future.
I'm sure as well. The extreme slalom, he'll be in action tomorrow, 4:30 Central European time. You can follow that live at Planet Canoe. Head-to-head racing in that extreme slalom, but for now, disappointment a little bit, but I don't think he'd be disappointed for long.
No, for sure. I reckon he had a good bit of fun on that run. He really attacked the upstreams, and that's a final. I mean, if you go careful, you go home. So,
well,
definitely gave it a go.
That's right. Well, here has got to be one of the favourites for this World Championship title here in Bratislava. Giovanni De Gennaro of Italy, super consistent. He took a medal at the Europeans earlier on in the season. He's been on the podium for 2 or 3 times this season at World Cup level, and the only blemish really was the Olympic Games when he finished 14th.
Yeah, such a strong paddler. He had a great start to the season. Disappointing Olympics, but he's definitely on form, and I'm going to stick my neck out. I put my money on him for the World Championship title today.
Well, let's see as he gets his campaign underway. Hugely strong paddler from Italy, coached by Daniele Momenti, the Olympic champion of 2012 from London. And don't be deceived, he sometimes looks quite slow, but he's super powerful, and he puts that blade in absolutely where it's needed. 6.18 it says up on the split. I'm not totally sure whether that's accurate. We'll get a more indication as we come into the second split, but it's certainly a good start.
That's a great start. He's really running the boat really well. He's close to the poles.
He kind of got an air stroke there, didn't he? His blade just didn't get any purchase, and good recovery though, keeps it clean.
He lost a bit of time, but he's really flying on the top half, so he's still on a good run.
So Giovanni De Gennaro of Italy will come through the second split time here, and he is on the charge. 5.59 up.
He's picked up a touch on gate 18, so he's going to really have to attack this last move if he wants a chance to get that World Championship title.
Well, he has to do a double pump into the upstream gate 20. Not quite as slick as he would have liked. But,
too far on the exit.
And he just takes the top blade touch on 22. And Giovanni De Gennaro becomes another victim at the bottom. He goes into the race lead by just under half a second, 90.22. But I think we could all see just what potential he had in that run.
Yeah, such a great top. He was really on it, and that mistake on the middle part of the course maybe got into his head. Picked up a penalty. Well, there's a review for the penalty. Maybe he heard the speaker, you never know, and just lost it on the bottom there.
Yeah, here it is. That's the penalty on gate 18. And then there is another penalty on the penultimate gate, gate 22, on that big, powerful drop here in Bratislava. So there it is from another angle, the downstream gate 18. But it is Giovanni De Gennaro leading provisionally for Italy at the early stage in this men's kayak final, ahead of Stefan Hengst of Germany, Pedro Goncalves of Brazil. But 7 boats to go.
You can see with the penalty score, the intent the guys are going out with. They're just going all in and really, really pushing it, and that's why you're seeing so many penalties. They know that they have to get close to that 83 time from Jakob in the first run in the semi-finals, so they're all going for it, and hence the penalties.
Well, here is the person I think everybody's waiting to see what he can do. It is the double world champion, Olympic silver medalist, kind of won everything there is to win in this sport. He's 38 years of age, and his last world title was on this course. Can he do it again 10 years on? Well, he was the fastest in the semi-finals, but he's got to keep it clean. Peter Kauser of Slovenia goes for gold.
He's often referred to this course as his home course, so he loves paddling here. I mean, he's the goat of our sport in K1 men anyways.
And again, another paddler who never looks like he's trying that hard, but he's absolutely just at one with the water, and the precision, the timing of his strokes is what makes him so fast.
He was flying on the top part of the course, great cross into the up 11.
And at 0.13 down, well, that's good, because Giovanni De Gennaro was so strong on the top.
Yeah, Giovanni's top was excellent, so he's well on it.
And there's time to be had for Peter Kauser here in the middle section. This is where De Gennaro just had a few problems, and Peter Kauser of Slovenia, well, he's got an advantage now. It's probably not as big as I would have thought, but this is now the crunch move. Can he deliver the upstream 20 and keep it clean? Oh, he He delivers it, but it's a 2-second penalty for the double world champion.
He took the risk of dropping the boat above the gate, and there's always that risk of the boat bouncing up.
So he's going to take the race lead, and he does. 86.10 the time. That includes a 2-second penalty on gate 20, and he shrugs his shoulders. He knows, well, that's left the door open for those still to come. But provisionally, Peter Kalzer goes into the race lead for Slovenia ahead of Giovanni De Gennaro of Italy and Stefan Hengst of Germany with 6 boats to go. There we see it. Oh, that's what left the door open for those still to come.
Yeah, I think he knew he needed to pick up the pace a little bit, so he really tried to attack that last upstream and that last downstream as well. 21, very, very tight on 21. That'll be a close call, but...
Well, this course is not very forgiving, is it? If we wanted to write the script 10 years on, maybe his 3rd and final world title, then the course maybe has other ideas. Certainly the other athletes are capable of going faster than that, but it is about delivering under the pressure in this World Championship final. But for the moment, it is. Oh, Peter Kalzer's been given a 50 on gate
21, I'd say.
21. I did wonder, but it's hard from the angle that we had.
Yeah, I wondered if his boat was fully in the gate. What happened is he leaned over and just got his head into the gate, and unfortunately you need to have a part of your boat in the gate to not get a 50, and that's what happened there.
So that's big news. Peter Kalzer of Slovenia has the 50-second penalty, so it is now still Giovanni De Gennaro leading for Italy, but that time 90.22. The door's not just ajar, it's wide open. Can Boris Neveu of France put one down? He's had a great season. He's the world champion of 2014, 7th at the Tokyo Olympic Games, and very capable of delivering under pressure in this final.
Another very experienced paddler, Boris. He put on a great semi-final run. Had the comfort to pick up a touch on the final part of the gate and still get through to the semi-final. Not a bad top. Again, Giovanni was so fast on the top, so still well within reach.
So this is where he now needs to start making his move.
Nice.
And showing his pace. Yeah, another paddler who just always looks like he's in total control. But he'll be working hard behind that relaxed face. There's a whole load of processes going on. So coming up to the second split, Boris Neveu of France. He has found the advantage, 1.26. So now coming down towards the upstream gate 20. He is our virtual race leader. Takes a slightly conservative line, but it works for him. It keeps the boat running. He's got the pace. Now, can he be the first to get a clean run in this final? Well, he is. Yes. He's clean. Boris Neveu surely will take the race lead. And 83.92. The world champion of 2014 has just put one out there and said, well, beat that if you want to win the gold.
You love to see it. Great to see Boris back in a big world championship final, putting down a great run. It was just so good to see.
Well, he took no risks either, but he just delivered every gate.
You could sense the experience because he had a great top. He was really accelerating out of the upstreams, and on that bottom part of the course, just decided to take a little bit more of a conservative line, keep the speed on the boat, shoot behind the gate, and maybe that's what you got to do today. We'll see. I think he can go a little bit faster. I think the guys coming up might be taking a little bit more risk, but he's definitely in there for a chance for a medal.
Well, Boris Neveu of France at the halfway point in this men's kayak final here in Bratislava, Slovakia, takes the race lead. And as you say, Liam, there's a little bit of space there. There was a faster time, 83.47. That was actually Peter Kalzer in the semi-finals. But yeah, there is one out there. But under this kind of pressure, particularly, it'll be interesting to see. There's our standings after the first 5. We'll hopefully get a chat with Boris Neveu before we get underway with the second part of the final.
It's a great mix of experience and youth in the second half of the final. 2 first-time finalists. Hannes Agner, one of the most experienced K1 paddlers on the circuit. So it's going to be fireworks.
Well, lots to look forward to. at the halfway point in this men's kayak World Championship final. We're live from Bratislava, Slovakia, and here is the race leader.
Boris, you must be very happy with that run in a World Championship final.
Yeah, it's a good run. My first part was not the best, but I tried to stay focused on myself and on what I want to do on the last part, and my run was, I think, very good, so I hope it will be okay for a medal and maybe for the gold.
2014 was the last time you were world champion. Could it be again?
Yeah, I hope so, but we will see. We have to wait now and to see other athletes. I think they can beat me, sure. So I cross my finger and we will see.
Good luck, Boris.
Thank you.
So at the halfway point in this men's kayak World Championship final, it is Boris Neveu of France, the world champion of 2014, leading the way. Hannes Aigner now for Germany, the 2018 world champion, two-time Olympic bronze medalist, most recently in Tokyo 2020 on course and very capable of challenging that lead. But, well, an early mistake there for Hannes.
Yeah, early mistake. He's a very experienced paddler, so he'll be able to take that into his run and just do with it and then put some more pace down for the rest of the run.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. He used that experience in Tokyo, kept his calm, took the bronze medal. And, well, there is a review on the upstream gate 3. There's no penalty showing at the moment.
Hannes is one of those guys, he's always there when it matters. Every World Championship final, Olympic final, he's always there, so no lack of experience, and he's certainly pushing it towards the bottom here.
And we have 3 Germans in this 10-boat final. So still another German, Noah Heger, to go later on in the final.
What a season from the Germans as a team as well. 4 Olympic medals, 3 came in the finals.
So 2.1 down on their second split. A bit of work to do for Hannes Aigner of Germany. But there's a big gap between first and second at the moment. But that gap needs to be there because Aigner's taken a penalty on the upstream gate 20 and he's missed. He's missed gate 23. Sorry, 2.
You pick up so much speed out of that upstream. It's so hard to control their bow and the bow of the boat and not pick up any touches. That's
disappointment there for Hannes Aigner of Germany, the world champion of 2018. He's had a great season. He was the Olympic medalist in Tokyo, but it's not to be here in Bratislava, as he picks up that 2-second penalty to start with on 20, and then that 50-second penalty on the downstream 22. And once again, the sting in the tail at the bottom. Here we have it. Penalty perhaps causes the distraction, but it's then sets up 21 and then misses 22. The power of the water and the precision required, you get slightly offline and it just pushes you away.
Yeah, he had a lot of work to do after that first mistake, and I think he just paid for it on the bottom of the course. He was just pushing too much and didn't work out.
Yeah, he actually caught the paddle and pushed it out of the way. That's the nature of canoe slalom. It can be cruel. So it is still Boris Neveu leading for France ahead of Giovanni De Gennaro of Italy, Stefan Hengst of Germany. That's the top 3 with 4 boats still to go. Next to start, Juan Crespo of Spain, World Championship bronze medalist at the last World Championships in Laseu in Spain, and really showing his pace in the semi-finals.
Really exciting paddler to watch. He always goes for it, sweeps all the upstreams. very experienced as well. I think Johan came 4th at the World Championships way back in 2010. So he's been around for a long time. I think he was still a junior at the time, to be fair to him. So
yeah, you're right, Liam. I thought the same. Yeah, 4th back in 2010. And again, a big water. He kind of seems to like this big continuous water.
Great top off there. Again, Boris wasn't too fast on the top, so he really picked it up at the bottom. But good to be up on the split.
Well, Crespo of Spain now, can he get back-to-back World Championship medalist status? 2 years on from bronze on his home course. And, well, lots of support, not only from the Spanish delegation here, but also a lot of the Slovaks have come out to enjoy the autumn sunshine.
Just picking up a touch there on gate 18.
Of course, the Slovak crowd eagerly anticipated Jakob Grigart going in this final, but that is super risky, and it pays off for Juan Crespo of Spain on gate 20.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Such a cool move on that upstream. Oh, that was very brave of him.
Respect there. It doesn't quite work there. There is a review on gate 20. I didn't see anything to suggest it was going to have any penalties added, but only at the moment. Into second place, 87.90 total. That includes the 2-second penalty on gate 18.
Two completely different paddlers as well. Their styles are completely opposed between Boris and Johan. Johan's a much more aggressive paddler. He'll, like you can see in that last up right, he just puts his head in, sweeps it, and Boris will run the boat around. And I think energy-wise, that's where Boris got him. He just he ran the boat a little bit better at the bottom, and you could see that in the time.
Well, he's guaranteed a top 5 place. Juan Crespo of Spain. So 3 to go. He's lying in second place, so still a very strong performance here at this year's 2021 World Championships. But it is still Boris Neveu, the world champion in 2014, leading for France with 3 boats still to go.
Next up, the next 2 paddlers, it's their first World Championship final. So I'm very excited to see what these 2 guys can do. They've got great pace, and you never know as well in K1 men. You can see new guys, their first final, and they can just tear it up and get on the podium. So let's see what these guys can do.
Racing without fear is a great opportunity. Your first final, Marcello Beda of Italy goes for gold here in Bratislava. The Italians really very competitive men's kayak group coached by Daniele Momenti, and they all drive each other on. And actually, it's probably an opportunity to just recognise that this is the first final in the men's kayak without a Czech paddler for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, crazy not to see any of the Czechs. Vit and Yuri are probably the top 2 paddlers of the year. So, but again, that's canoe slalom, that's K1 men. You never know. Never too far off making a big mistake.
Exactly. You can, in order to go for gold, you've got to take some high risks, and sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Marcel's on a great top there. He's putting on a really good run.
You're
no
right.
fear.
That's the closest he's got, or anyone's got really, to Neveu on the top section. So now he's got to hold it. So many touches on this gate 18. Let's hope that Marcello can just keep it clean here. 2.1 down. So has lost a bit of time, but he's keeping it clean as he goes into the business end of the course. It's crunch time, 4 gates to go.
Nice line behind the gate. I think that's the way to go. That's what Boris did. All the guys that are attacking it are 15 or touching it. That's a great run from Marcello.
So he's coming to the finish. It's going to be a clean run. There is a review going on gate 17, but no penalty showing at the moment.
Nice run.
Into second place, 87.75. Well, we already said it's a personal best anyway. It's his first World Championship final. But, well, he's guaranteed a top 4 finish with that. Well done to Marcello Beda of Italy. It'll be a tense few minutes coming up.
That's excellent. Great run. He attacked it not too much, just did what he knows how to do. And it's great to see first final. And he's well up there for a medal. Let's see, it's going to be tense for him. I'm excited for him.
And I have to say, confirmation, his result is now official in second place, no changes. So that review was complete and no changes were made.
Bit of a messy final though, a lot of penalties and a huge gap between first and second at the moment, but that's the way it is. Sometimes you can never tell in advance. Some finals are extremely fast and some are messy because the guys are attacking too much. Yeah, that could be enough.
2 to go, with Boris Nouveau leading for France, 83.92, ahead of Marcello Beda of Italy and Juan Crespo of Spain. That's the top three, but some big opportunity now. Another boat now to start in his first World Championship final. Noah Heger of Germany next to start.
One of the younger guys. He's had a great second half of the season. He's been in every single final. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can do here. He's super fast.
He has a very attacking style, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, he's got nothing to lose here, so there you go. Great first up. Nice cross. Oh, he picked up a touch on gate 4.
I'm not sure if that was a touch. I would say, oh, it's obviously been disproven. I thought it was a water splash. But let's watch Noah as he comes down through gate 7, 8 and 9. There is a review going on the upstream gate 4, just to check the correct penalty has been given.
He's fast despite that touch. He's only 1.3 down, so doesn't seem to let it bother him.
Very direct, 10 to 11. It's, yeah, as you say, Liam, it's, but he's over-rotated, 12 to 13. He almost gets too much help from the wave. There's a few people earlier on today who would have wanted too much help.
Yeah.
And now a mistake on 14, and well, at the moment, 2 penalties showing, upstream 4 and the upstream 14. And Noah is going to be distant from the podium at this stage, but he's still got it all to play for in his first World Championship final. And super aggressive approach, and that pays off on the bottom drop.
Nailed it a little too far on the exit.
But he keeps it cool, doesn't he? He just doesn't panic as he gets dragged across the river. Noah Heger, a good bottom section for Germany. 91.18 into 6th place. And, well, disappointment there because there were some very good bits in that.
I'd say he'd be disappointed, but you can just tell that he's got it. And he's got great raw speed. And it wasn't today, but it'll definitely be in the future. I mean, he's a young guy, so we'll be seeing more of him for next season.
So Boris Nouveau of France, you saw him there just with his fingers crossed. He knows one boat to go.
That's a huge lead, almost 4 seconds on the second boat. A medal for Marcello, that's brilliant. Great to see a new face on the podium.
Yeah, and you would have said, oh, Italy, oh yes, you have them favourite for a podium, but that would have been probably with Giovanni De Gennaro, not with Marcello Beda in his first World Championship final.
Yeah, it's going to be his first medal, I think. I don't think he's medal on the World Cup before, so brilliant. That's what you want to do.
So, well, Noah Heger of Germany, a respectable run and a super bottom section. We just threw caution to the wind, raced without fear, and well, ultimately he did end up with just the 4 seconds penalties. There were a number of reviews, and he held his position in 6th place. So 1 boat to go in this, the 2021 World Championship Finals of the men's kayak category. Boris Nouveau leads for France ahead of Marcello Beda of Italy and Juan Crespo of Spain. The only person that can spoil the French party is on course here for Slovakia, Jakub Grigor, the Olympic silver medalist, and surely a favourite for this title.
A little bit shaky on the top there. He's lost some time on that cross compared to Boris, but Boris wasn't great on the top, so it's going to be a battle all the way down.
It'll be interesting to see whether Jakub managed to get energy from the home crowd or whether the extra pressure and expectation affects him as well. But 0.22, he is in touch.
Oh, nicely done on Intel 10. So much speed into the gate. Perfect cross. Boris was really good on that cross too, so I'd say they're neck and neck.
So he is definitely looking like he's found his rhythm after a slightly shaky upstream 3 and 4. Jakub Grigor of Slovakia who won the World Cup earlier on in the season in Magdeburg, Germany, then took silver in the Tokyo Games. Now super direct on 18, but a little bit of time to find if he wants to take the title here.
It's going to be
certainly
super
on track
close
for a medal.
because Boris is really good on the bottom. Oh no!
Oh, and it's all gone wrong on the bottom. Another victim of that move on the upstream gate 20.
Still going to be in there for a medal.
Yeah, he's keeping it clean. That's important now. He doesn't pick up any late penalties. But surely Boris Nouveau of France is the new world champion. Stops the clock in 7th place for Jakub Grigor of Slovakia.
Fair play to Jakub there because he was going for gold. I'd say he knew he didn't have to attack that last upstream, but he was going for the win, and fair play for that.
Well, sensational stuff here as Boris Nouveau of France is crowned world champion of 2021. His 2nd world title in his career to add to the one he won in the United States in 2014. Yeah. And, well, as you say, Liam, Jakub Grigor of Slovakia, he left nothing on the river. He wanted the gold, and, well, that's the price you pay. You've taken a risk, and unfortunately it didn't work for him today.
Yeah, and another medal for Johan Crespo as well, his 2nd World Championship medal. That's a brilliant result, and very happy with him, with a touch as well. So, what a run from Boris. He just kept his composure. I thought it was going to go faster, but it didn't, and Boris just got the job done. Into the Hall of Fame because there's not a lot of double world champions, and he's now in the Hall of Fame of Canoe Slalom.
Fantastic stuff here in Bratislava. Jakub Grigor has to settle for 7th place, but Boris Nouveau is world champion.
Boris Nouveau, you said that you'd be happy with any medal today, but a gold medal's pretty good.
Yeah, gold is better, though, so I'm very happy to win again after team races. So it's a very good week for me for the moment. 2 gold medals in 2 races, so it's an impressive week, and I hope it will continue like this for extreme slalom tomorrow. But I'm very happy today because I waited a long time for this gold again, and I got it, so I'm enjoying.
Congratulations, Boris. Well done.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, we've had a chance to get our breath back, and here is the result. Boris Nouveau of France, a commanding win here to add a 2nd World Championship title to the one he won in 2014. And, well, in a first final, Marcello Beda of Italy delivered under pressure. And then Juan Crespo, bronze medalist at the last World Championships, adds another bronze to his tally. A pretty good record.
Yeah, great to see. Great to see some, I was going to say new faces on the podium, but there's just Marcelo, but new and old faces on the podium was always good.
So well, it wasn't perhaps the vintage final, but it was certainly a final full of action. We saw Jakub Grigor, Peter Kauser, Hannes Eigner in particular, throwing down some outstanding performances, but ultimately not quite delivering all 23 gates.
Yeah, it's the nature of the course as well. It's a lot of volume on the course, and the course design was quite tricky. So we were going to see either some big runs or some mistakes, and we saw one big run and a couple of mistakes.
So well, that is the action, of course, from today here in Bratislava in Slovakia. We've clearly been treated to 2 World Championship titles. Ricarda Funk adds gold to her Olympic title that she won this year. And now Boris Nouveau, 7th at the Olympics. Well, he goes better. He takes a 2nd world title here on this great course, just off the River Danube in Bratislava, Slovakia. But of course, there's more action to come. You can follow all the action at Planet Canoe. And we'll be bringing you the live semi-finals and finals tomorrow. Women's canoe, men's canoe up tomorrow, 9 o'clock Central European time for semi-finals, and then 11:30 Central European time for the finals. And extreme slalom, 4:30 Central European time. So final reflections, myself, Andy Maddock, and Liam. What's your big memory from this final?
Yeah, a lot of info taken for tomorrow for the CO men's semi-finals. Lots learned, and I don't know. I just enjoyed watching the Canoe men today. It was there was some interesting paddling, some nice paddling. The course design is pretty good, so excited for tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much for joining me in the box, Liam, and wish you all the best for your semi-final performance tomorrow. Again, as I said, you can follow that live here at Planet Canoe, 9 o'clock Central European time. But of course, don't go away, because we do have the medal ceremonies coming up for the women's kayak and the men's kayak competition. Medal ceremony for the women's kayak final here at the 2021 Canoe Slalom World Championships in Bratislava, Slovakia. As our 3 medalists come towards the podium.
The medals will be presented by Jose Perurena, ICF president, with special guest, His Highness Sheikh Salman. The bronze medalist is Kimberly Wood. Great Britain.
So there we have our bronze medalist, Kimberly Woods of Great Britain. A personal best in this, the women's kayak category. Medalist at junior and under 23 level, at World Championship level, but this her first senior World Championship medal. Particularly, she was involved in quite a major car accident a week ago, and there was questions as to whether she'd be able to even compete in this event due to a leg injury. So great for Kimberly Woods. And then Elena Appel of Germany, well, caps a great season. 4th in the World Cup series, consistently making finals, 3 out of 4 finals in the World Cup. Finalist at the under 23 World Championships, and now silver medalist here at the 2021 ICF.
And the gold medalist and the world champion is Ricarda Funk of Germany.
And well, the Olympic champion of Tokyo 2020 adds the world title to her huge, impressive list of achievements. Ricarda Funk of Germany becomes world champion. She has 3 World Championship medals before today, but now this is the one she wanted, the gold medal. As we now wait for the national anthem of Germany. So the world champion of 2021 in the women's kayak category, Ricarda Funk of Germany. As the crowd here in Bratislava in the sunshine recognise the medalists, Ricarda Funk, Elena Appel and Kimberly Woods. What a season it's been for Ricarda Funk. Olympic champion and world champion for the first time, all in a moment of, well, 8 weeks or less. So don't go away, because we'll have the men's kayak World Championship medal ceremony following on from the women's kayak category. But of course, don't forget that there's all sorts of action still to come. We do have the Wildwater racing final this afternoon. But in terms of the competition tomorrow, the women's canoe and the men's canoe semi-finals will be live at Planet Canoe tomorrow, 9 o'clock Central European time. You can follow that live. And then at 11:30, the finals of the women's canoe and the men's canoe. Again, follow that live at Planet Canoe, 11:30 Central European time. And don't forget the extreme slalom head-to-head racing, where we crown the world champions in men's and women's kayak at 4:30 Central European time tomorrow afternoon, in the newest event to the Olympic programme for Paris 2024. Great shot of the medals here, and perfect conditions for a World Championship final today. So this course opened in 1997. It's hosted 2 European Championship titles, and it's hosted now 2 World Championships. First one in 2011, and the second one obviously this year. As we now recognise the performances of the men's kayak competition, our 3 medal winners. and the medal presentation will get underway very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the medalists for the Canoe-Slalom men's kayak event.
Here are three medalists now coming to the podium in front of a big grandstand, packed crowd of Slovaks. The Slovaks were disappointed not to take a medal away today, but I'm sure they'll be fighting hard tomorrow. That's Juan Crespo of Spain, wins back-to-back bronze medals in the World Championships. 2019, he took bronze on his home course in La Seu in Spain. Now again here in Bratislava.
The silver medalist is Marcelo Pena, Italy.
And then, well, what a performance. We thought the Italians would be on the podium, but in his first World Championship final, Marcelo Beda has delivered a great performance to take the silver medal for Italy and keep Italy's record in this men's kayak event. But the big story of the day is France's Boris Neveu, the world champion of 2014, does the double. He's now a two-time world champion, winning here in Bratislava. What a performance that was, and well, people challenged, but no one got close. Let's hear the national anthem of France. Well, great stuff there, and a popular win for Boris Neveu of France as he takes his second world title here in Bratislava, Slovakia. There are three medalists: Boris Neveu of France, Marcelo Beda of Italy, and Juan Crespo of Spain.
In memory of four current world champion in 1969 and died in 1960, presented by British Canoe Union.
Here we have the medal table so far in the competition. This, of course, includes the team events. So France leading the table, but of course, still another day of competition to go here at the ICF Canoe Slalom World Championships. You could join us live at Planet Canoe, 9 o'clock Central European Time, for tomorrow's semi-finals of the women's canoe and the men's canoe, and then 11:30 Central European Time for the finals. But from me, Andy Maddock, it's bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow.